We're back in our regularly scheduled program. I mean, listen, the NFL, I'm so excited
Yeah, I know.
to get. I mean, I'm so excited to get started. Zach Wilson or Brock Purdy?
Brock Purdy. I was
I
gonna say
don't
we should
see
play a
it.
what do you rather, like who you pick. We
Yeah,
should do that because I remember last year the people like shitting on us, like we had the Baker, Tua, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, but yeah, Brock Purdy, he's 10 times better. Well,
then
better.
Zach Wilson.
Yeah,
I mean, he definitely has more accomplishments than Zach Wilson. I just think,
his team was a lot better.
yeah, I think I really like. I think Zach Wilson's not good.
He's a good second string.
But like he's like really, I think he's progressed and
Yeah,
he balled out this preseason. And I think that he is capable of actually being a guy. I just want to see him with an
I think
actual real offensive line and a real team.
I think the Broncos should start him. I don't like starting rookies,
Neither do I. I mean, you and I are in the same boat.
but I just think
Um,
they get injured for
and
the
they
most part.
like the Broncos and Sean Payton clearly signed three quarterbacks who were all capable of earning that role, and we're just
Yeah.
gonna have him fight it out, and then in a year he'll trade off one of them.
He'll probably get a chance to start. He'll probably rotate him.
I don't know. I wouldn't mind
That,
that.
but that sucks too, because then there's no consistency.
Um, sorry, I'm prepping my troops for tonight. It's a big game, big two games. We need to win both to get into the championship against two undefeated teams. So good luck. Um, I think let me look. Let me look at. I mean,
Oh, you're thinking of like, would you rather? It's like, who you
I'm
take?
thinking of like, is there any team that Zach Wilson can go to in the NFL and start today?
Oh,
I mean, he's not starting for the Chiefs. He's not starting for the Bears. He's not starting for the Eagles. San Francisco. I don't think Brock Purdy is that good.
oh, I don't think either, but
Like I think he's an average quarterback.
he is.
And I think like if Zach I think Zach throws the ball, but I think he's more accurate than Brock. I think Brock's decision making is far better than Zach Wilson's.
Brock Purdy played really good
Brock will make
though.
less mistakes than Zach Wilson will.
Brock Purdy played pretty good against the Chiefs in the Super Bowl though. So
Yeah, but like
then again, it's
it's
like
the
he's
fucking Avengers, dude. Like that's like like if the 49ers are the Avengers, Brock Purdy is Hawkeye. He's the guy with the bow and arrow. Like he's cool and he's capable of doing some shit.
no Hawkeye is always accurate though.
Yeah.
No,
It's
no,
not
no, no, no,
a
no,
bad
no.
analogy.
Brock Purdy's like Black Widow.
Yeah. Brock Purdy's like Black Widow,
Got no real powers.
but he can do like,
Tries to have a romance with everyone in the show.
he can put somebody in a guillotine. Like he's there. Like he can make some shit happen occasionally.
He can beat the trash can.
Yeah. New England Patriots. Oh, I guess they have Drake May now, so he's probably not starting for the Patriots. If you would
Well,
ask me a year ago, though,
yeah. Oh, who was that guy on their team
Mac
back then?
Jones.
He got Bill Belichick kicked out of the league. How bad he played.
Yeah, Mac Jones is probably the worst quarterback in the league.
I could
Just
see that.
saying. Vegas, Gardner Minshew or Zach Wilson? I'd take Zach Wilson. Zach's younger.
You know,
He's
I don't really
capable
watch Vegas because they've always been kind of a trash franchise. But
all the
yeah,
time. Detroit Lions not starting there. Denver Broncos not starting there, obviously. Minnesota Vikings, Zach
Dude,
Wilson
you
or
are
Sam
all
Darnold.
over the place.
I'm just reading like on Google.
Yeah, I'm like trying to think of divisions, you know? You're like
No,
going
yeah, no,
AFC, NFC.
it is definitely
Um,
not in the order of divisions.
I'd go
Uh,
Sam Darnold.
over Zach?
Yeah. Either way, though, if you're like trying to pick one of those two, you're not making the playoffs.
Probably not.
So at this point, you actually might want to take Zach Wilson because you can get the top pick,
Yeah,
which I
man.
think is stupid. The NFL should change that.
Is it? Is,
Who's the
uh,
Falcons quarterback?
huh?
Who's the Falcons quarterback?
Kirk Cousins. Uh, or I guess Michael Penix. They haven't really decided, but it's probably going to be Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins is good, but is
Yeah,
he hurt?
he's not winning. Well, I mean, you got to think he tore his Achilles a couple weeks after Aaron did. So Kirk got cleared for everything, but it's like he's still kind of
He's
getting
still,
into it.
dude, he's good.
Yeah, he was balling, dude. If you remember, he was balling out for Minnesota before he got hurt.
Yeah.
They'd be in a completely different position. They
Who's
would
in
have
the
still
Falcons?
lost to everybody, but they could have made the playoffs potentially.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Who's the Falcons? They got to play the Panthers, the Saints, and They could. Ooh, I guess the Buccaneers are good.
Yeah. Um, Minnesota Vikings. I mean, you would take Sam Darnold. I
Yeah.
I mean, I might take Zach Wilson. I don't know. Buffalo Bills. I think Zach has a chance to win that job.
Well,
Um,
interception wise,
yeah, but still, I mean, I know we give Josh Allen a lot of shit, but Josh Allen can throw 100 picks a fucking season, and I'd still
well,
pick
that's
him.
because he's throwing like 200 touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, the guy's a dog. I mean, he really is modern day Brett Favre.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
know,
I still think he's the third best in the league.
yeah, I almost would take him over Burrow just because he doesn't get hurt.
Let me stop you right.
And let's not act like he could have beat the Chiefs this year. He's
Yeah,
had
yeah, that was his fault. I like,
well, he got him in field goal range. It's not his fault the kicker missed.
I guess.
And then like 2 years ago, that 15-second field goal by the Chiefs.
Yeah. Yeah, but we're talking about when it comes down to little mistakes. And if you remember, he overthrew Diggs, I believe, in that game, or he did something. I can't remember.
He did two bad plays in a row at the end of
Yeah,
the
it
game.
was two bad throws in a row, right? Or something like
One, the guy was open in the end zone. He just overthrew it because he likes to launch it.
that. I mean, if I had a
But
cane like that, I would. New York Giants. I would take Zach Wilson over Daniel Jones.
see, I don't think so.
He's Daniel Jones. So Daniel Jones this year, you're gonna see something really impressive. This year, one guy is going to manage to get the coach fired and the general manager fired and his own position fired in one season. It's gonna be really impressive.
But he's getting paid.
Yeah, good for him. He act like he might get benched. I wouldn't be surprised if they benched him.
I haven't watched enough of him to know.
He has not looked great this
See,
preseason. I gotta tell you that.
see, the problem is I watch the red zone most of the time, so you only watch the highlights because
Yeah,
they don't.
he doesn't have a lot.
Well, in New York's usually the Giants are usually not shown a lot on there.
I mean, he's not good in the regular season. So
He had one decent season.
I get he got him to the play. He won a playoff game.
Yeah,
It's
that's
more
right.
than Tua, I guess.
Tua, do you want a playoff game yet?
I don't think so. I think they got eliminated in the divisional both years
I think
or
they got
every
their
time.
ass kicked.
Yeah. So I don't know. I would still take Zach Wilson. Dolphins, Zach Wilson or Tua.
Oh yeah, Tua.
I mean, okay, listen. I would still I know I said like Zach Wilson or Tua and I was giving the shit. I'd still probably pick Tua.
Tua's 10 times better.
Yeah. But he also has like a team. So,
And he's got Tyreek Hill.
it's making me sound like I'm a Zach Wilson
No, I
guy.
know what you're saying. You're just
I want to give him a chance.
yeah, because
I like the come up.
the problem with the Jets last year, they were made for Aaron, not him.
Yeah. like that offensive line, it could have killed anybody who was behind it, but like the
Well,
quarterback,
it killed Roger.
it literally killed Rodgers. But with that being said, like a sack stat is usually on the quarterback, or like
Yeah,
that's like sacks are a quarterback stat.
it's kind of dumb because it's both.
It's yeah, I mean it's dumb, but like what I'm trying to say is like a bad offensive line, a good quarterback will do better than a bad quarterback.
Yeah,
And Zach obviously is not was not doing great. But Aaron, I think, would have made that a lot better. I still think that like that wasn't gonna work, but I think that they could have potentially made the playoffs if Aaron stayed healthy.
yeah. Well, their defense is
Yeah,
awesome.
you just needed something to help. But also, like, there was so much going on with that fucking offense that I couldn't even tell you. That you would think Aaron Rodgers would just kind of force his way through and make better. But
Deshaun
um,
Watson,
Seattle Seahawks,
they still
Geno
got that
Smith
one
or
guy,
Zach Wilson?
Geno Smith. That guy's actually pretty good.
Sure. Um,
Did they fire Pete Carroll, or is he still there?
I think he's still there.
We need him
Unless they
on the
fired him last
upside.
year, I can't remember. So many coaches got canned last year.
Yeah,
New Orleans, Derek Carr or Zach Wilson? I take Derek Carr.
but obviously Derek Carr, but
Yeah.
Derek Carr's
Jets.
he's decent.
I like Derek Carr. I
Yeah.
think I think he's above average. I think he's slightly above average.
Well, I guess what would you consider average? Are you considering like top 15 in the league,
Yeah.
or like
Well,
it's just being top 30 or so? Like you would start.
I think there's a lot worse quarterbacks in the league than Derek Carr.
Well, yeah, yeah.
Like Tua or Derek Carr.
I guess we should say he's an. I feel like Derek Carr is an average starting NFL quarterback.
Yeah, he's fine.
I don't think he's above. Like, I don't think he's a good starting quarterback though.
Yeah. No, I if I had to choose like Baker or Derek Carr, I would choose Baker.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? It's like a year ago that'd be actually a question.
Yeah, it is. Um, Cleveland getting rid of Derek, fuck crazy, or getting rid of Baker,
I mean, they
crazy.
got Deshaun Watson now.
Lamar Jackson or Zach Wilson. I'm gonna take Zach Wilson.
Same. I'm a Lamar hater. Just
Clearly
kidding.
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray or
Oh, Kyler Murray. That
Kyler
guy's.
probably. Justin Herbert, Zach Wilson, Justin Herbert, Joe
I
Burrow,
mean,
Zach Wilson, Joe Burrow. Bryce Young or Zach Wilson.
Bryce Young. That's a Panthers quarterback.
Yeah, I would probably go
Yeah,
Zach
I
just
didn't
based
watch
on what
him.
we've seen. But Zach's not going to succeed in Carolina.
Yeah, no one is, but Bryce Young is so small.
Yeah, I've seen him dart some kids up though. He's not bad. He's
Yeah,
capable.
when he was on Alabama,
Yeah,
when he had top wide receivers.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, but
College football.
That Panthers team's so bad. So
Oh
it's not
yeah,
like, it's not all on him. Very similar situation. I would think Zach Wilson would do better.
I don't think it would make a difference.
I mean, they're not winning anything, but
Yeah,
you know.
but
Will Levis or Zach Wilson? What happened to Ryan Tannehill? You think he's gonna start for Tennessee still?
like he's pretty bad.
No way. I mean, they're gonna go with Will Levis, surely.
I would hope so.
I would. I don't
But I
know.
didn't watch Will Levis that much. I just remember watching him when he was at Kentucky, and he had a good arm.
I watched him whenever Tannehill got hurt and then he came in. I watched him. He was not bad. I mean, he needs work. I watched him on Twitter get his dick sucked. That video got leaked. Um,
He did a lot of things.
yeah.
And,
He's eating mayo or he's
yeah,
drinking mayo. He has dick
what coffee
sucked.
is that? What it is?
Huh?
The coffee and mayo, is that what it is?
Yeah,
Or
but he said it was a joke, so I mean maybe. But I mean he's also done it on camera like 7 different times, so
yeah,
maybe it's one of those like, ha, it's a joke, guys. And then he goes and sips his mayo coffee.
yeah.
Um, Houston Texans definitely not starting over CJ Stroud. Did you know
Dude, they're gonna
CJ
be.
Stroud is our age? I think he's younger than us. I didn't know that.
I knew he was young.
That's crazy. Um,
I always forget they got Stephon Diggs. They're gonna be good.
Colts, Anthony Richardson, which by the way, they should be starting Joe Flacco.
Is that where he went?
Yeah, Joe Flacco's a dog. Yeah, Zach's not winning a job there. Cleveland Browns, if Deshaun Watson stops raping people, then I think Zach could probably make his mark there. I think Zach would be pretty good in Cleveland. That's a
Yeah,
good team.
they are.
I think he could find some success there.
I feel like Cleveland's kind of like the Jets though, so
Yeah.
good defense.
But
And he
you need to beat Deshaun Watson up for the job, and he's probably not going to do that.
no, but Deshaun Watson beat themselves.
Yeah.
Doing stupid
Zach
stuff.
Wilson or Trevor Lawrence, even though Trevor Lawrence is heavily overpaid, I would still go Trevor Lawrence. Heavily overpaid.
Oh
Heavily.
yeah,
Not even close.
he made the playoffs once.
Yeah, I mean, like Daniel Jones is still the worst, like paid, but like Trevor Lawrence is fucking like
Two is
him
pretty
being
bad
one of
too.
the
I don't
highest paid ever is insane. It's not even like
who Trevor
Jordan Love
Lawrence.
in 1 year deserves that more than he still doesn't deserve it, but deserves that more than Trevor Lawrence deserves it.
Yeah,
Baker Mayfield not winning a job there. Kirk Cousins not winning a job in Atlanta. Not beating Matthew Stafford out for the job. Um,
that dude's like one of my favorite players in the league.
I love him. Dude's a dog. Um, Not beating Dak Prescott, even though that job might become open here after this year. By the way,
Yeah.
that CD Lamb contract, fucking ridiculous. They
Oh,
gave
they
him like
paid him.
yeah, they gave him like $150 million.
I don't check up on it, but that was like one of the big topics I see.
They gave him like a quarter. He's the highest paid wide receiver ever.
That's just crazy.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
Why? I
Well,
understand like he's your only player and Dak and my guess Micah Parsons, but like
yeah, but
if he walked into my office and was like, I will not step foot on a practice field until you give me $150 million, I would say goodbye.
go somewhere else
Yeah, see you
or
later.
trade him.
Like that's fucking crazy. Um,
I could see paying a quarterback because they do everything, but a wide receiver,
I'm not giving a wide receiver $150
yeah.
million.
All the other team has to do is double team you on it.
I've never ever in my life am I giving a fucking never. You would never convince me to do it. I don't care. I don't care who it is. By the
Would you
way,
take? Oh, you go.
they're like that's going to be the standard now.
Oh yeah.
What were you going to say?
I was gonna say, would you take Tyreek Hill or CeeDee Lamb?
Tyreek Hill.
Yeah. You think Tyreek Hill's the best wide receiver in the league?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Probably so.
I do too. Just
I mean,
because
I think it's him, Jamar Chase, Garrett Wilson's in there probably.
Justin
Um,
Jefferson.
Justin, well, fuck, I forgot about Justin Jefferson. I would take
That's who
Justin
I was thinking.
Jefferson over CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah,
I would take Tyreek over CeeDee Lamb. I would take Garrett Wilson over CeeDee Lamb. I would take
yeah. I think this is
Jamar
gonna be a
Chase over
breakout
CeeDee
season.
Lamb.
Yeah,
I mean, I just don't. I mean,
it's
just
just crazy because, like you said, that's the standard. So they're now all probably gonna get paid that.
yeah. Except that's never going to happen because teams can't afford it and they're going to pay a
Yeah,
quarterback first. So sorry, I guess.
yeah. That's
Anyways,
crazy.
we gotta wrap this up because I got a game to go play.
All right.
So we're gonna wrap this one up. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode of Forever Talking, where we talk nothing forever. Do you think Zach Wilson can win a starting job in the NFL?
You see,
I mean, there wasn't many teams on there that I named that I think. I think he could.
starting job.
I think he could start in Vegas. I think that he could maybe there's a debate that he could start in San Fran, just depending on what you think about Brock Purdy. I think he could
No
start in New
way.
York. And if I'm the Cleveland Browns, if Deshaun Watson's contract ends after this year, I would tell him to fuck off and I would go with
Yeah,
Zach
because he's
Wilson.
either injured or getting in trouble.
Yeah, you could go. I mean, you could go cheap with Zach Wilson. Let
Yeah,
Sean Payton develop them, which is, by the way, what the Broncos are doing is developing these guys so they could pay them or they could get money for them later. Um, I like it. I mean, I like
hey, you like?
if I'm a team that needs a quarterback, and Zach Wilson's available, he's probably available for cheap.
Oh, yeah,
I would take him.
yeah,
It's either that or Josh Dobbs.
that's close.
I know Josh Dobbs is pretty good actually, but he's a good
Josh
secondary player.
Josh Dobbs has like one good game and then a
And then
terrible
it's
one.
off the hill. Yeah. He trends on Twitter for a little bit, and then the next week
Yeah,
he's
I'd
dead.
be like, oh yeah, this is why he sucks.
Yeah, that's why he's not starting. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode of Forever Talking. We talk nothing forever. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace, love, adios. Bye bye.